The clang of steel echoed across the construction site as Emma stumbled under the weight of a metal beam. Laughter rippled through the crew. "Careful, rookie," one shouted, his voice thick with mockery. "This isn't yoga class." Another tossed her a wrench like a joke, and she caught it midair, steady, silent, eyes unreadable. No one noticed the way her stance shifted, the subtle control in her breathing, or the quiet discipline in her gaze. They only saw what they wanted to see, a fragile newcomer trying to survive in a man's world. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're rewatching from. I love knowing who's listening. Emma had learned long ago that silence could be its own kind of armor. After all, she wasn't here to impress anyone. She just wanted peace, a normal life after years of service. Yet, as the men barked orders and threw petty insults, something deep within her stirred, the part of her that had once led missions in enemy, bleak territory, and carried her brothers and sisters home through fire and dust. But here, surrounded by men who'd never faced real danger, she said nothing, just worked harder, faster, better. By midday, the air grew heavy with heat and noise. The foreman barked for a quick lift. A massive steel girder needed to be repositioned before closing. The crane operator hesitated. The chains looked worn, but the foreman waved him on. "It'll hold," he shouted. It didn't. The snap was deafening. Chains whipped through the air, the ground shook, and in an instant, chaos. The beam crashed down, striking scaffolding that collapsed like dominoes. Dust swallowed the site in a choking cloud. Workers ran in every direction, shouting, panicking, everyone except Emma. Through the haze she saw it, one of the men, Jake, trapped beneath the twisted steel. His cries cut through the noise, desperate and terrified. Without hesitation, Emma sprinted forward. The air burned with dust, her lungs screamed for breath, but her movements were precise. Focused, trained. "Get me a jack," she shouted. Roy's carried a force that froze everyone mid-panic. It wasn't a request, it was a command. The others scrambled to obey, something instinctive, telling them to listen. Emma crouched beside Jake, checking his pulse, assessing the damage calm amid the storm. Her mind was already calculating leverage points, weight ratios, risk. When the jack arrived, she set it perfectly, bracing the beam, inch by inch, freeing him just enough to drag him clear. When the dust settled, the site went eerily quiet. Dozens of eyes were on her, and for the first time, she felt their silence wasn't scorn. It was awe. Jake looked up at her through the pane, bewildered. How did you know what to do?" Emma brushed the dirt from her face, eyes distant. "Old habit," she said softly. That est, when someone noticed the faint ink on her wrist, a small insignia just visible beneath her glove. The trident, the Navy SEAL emblem. Whispers spread like wildfire. "No way." "She's a SEAL," one muttered. Was Emma corrected quietly? A long time ago, the men stared, their earlier arrogance dissolving into guilt. All those jokes, the dismissive laughter, it all felt hollow now. The foreman stepped forward, eyes lowered. "Why didn't you tell us?" She smiled faintly. "Because people listen differently when they think you're somebody. I just wanted to work like everyone else." The sun dipped low, painting the site in gold. That evening, nobody mocked her, nobody barked orders. They worked beside her, equals, humbled, changed. Jake limped over before leaving. "You saved my life," he said. "I treated you like dirt, and you still saved me." Emma looked at him, her eyes kind but steady. "That's what we do. Protect, even when others don't see our worth." He nodded, silent. Round them, the crew stood taller, quieter, a new kind of respect in the air, not commanded, but earned. Because courage doesn't vanish, it waits, and it finds its way back. And as Emma walked home beneath the fading light, the laughter that once mocked her echoed in a different tone, softer, reverent, like a salute carried by the wind. If this story inspired you, leave a comment. Share it with someone who needs a reminder that strength can be silent. And subscribe to Cinematic Whispers, where every story carries a heartbeat.